Welcome to the Dirty Tea Podcast. My name is Donna.
And I'm Amanda, and we're excited for you to join us where you'll be served the dirtiest tea.
We are best friends from the Midwest who love other people's drama.
And we'd rather spill your tea on air than behind your back.
So feel free to submit your dirty tea for us to read on air.
Or sit back, fill your cup with whatever tickles your fancy, and get ready for the mess.
All right, guys. Happy Friday. It's been a week, but happy Friday. We finally made it to Friday. And so you look like you're excited for today.
I'm just ready to sleep. I feel like I have not slept all week.
Same.
Ready.
I'm sleep deprived. I feel so sleep deprived. I've just been struggling.
Girl.
I up my melatonin. So I take melatonin every night. And I actually up my dosage just so I can sleep throughout the night. I don't wake up in the middle of the night, but I just don't feel rested. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes I wake up the other night, 2 nights ago. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't go to sleep until 4:30.
Oh.
So I was just watching Netflix the whole time.
Yeah.
I just couldn't sleep.
Dang, yeah, those nights are the struggle bus. And it's not like it's at the 5 or 6 where you're I'm just gonna get up. It's at the smack middle of the night where there's literally, not much you can do. So, but yeah, happy Friday. We hope you guys are enjoying your day and ready to tackle the weekend and just live your best life for those 48 hours before you gotta get back. 48 hours. But
not enough.
Right.
Not enough.
But we hope you guys enjoy our, little hour and 15 minutes or so of our Dirty Tea podcast. And that's a highlight of your, little break. But yeah, so we're just going to jump right in and
let's do it.
All right. So I'm just going to start. So this one says, my childhood friend and I used to eat field berries. They go berry picking in the field. A lot of people do that. I don't trust myself enough to know the berries. And I don't think they're clean enough. Because, dogs will come in and, piss on them or whatever,
Caterpillars walking all over shit.
Right.
Knows where them caterpillars been.
Right.
Caterpillars turn to butterflies. And butterflies be eating shit.
And butterflies used to be caterpillars.
Right.
I don't trust all that. So this one says, right. My childhood friend and I used to eat field berries that we found near our primary schools when we were kids. Years later, we discovered that we've been eating rabbit shit. You see what I mean?
Look totally different. Shit is...
Girl.
Rabbit shit looks like little black pebbles.
Girl, I think that's why...
That's scary.
I think that's why she made it clear. She tried to make herself feel better. That's why she said primary school. So she made it like they were little kids and they didn't know any better.
Come on now. Berries don't grow on the ground, right? I'm imagining you're not seeing little turds on bushes and shit. There's got to be a little bit of common sense there. There's got to be a little bit of common sense. It don't look like a berry. It probably don't smell like a berry.
She tried blaming her friend. She's like, hey, my friend did it, so I did it too. Them berries look awfully brown.
Yuck. Didn't you think that would be the berry is rotten or something? That's what I would think if I saw one that was brown.
Right.
People are fucking crazy. It would be better if she said, we thought it was chocolate, then that would make more sense. But berries, bitch.
All them years be eating rabbit shit.
Okay. So this one says, what do I do about finding a used full condom in his pocket?
A used full condom? Dude, why are you pocketing used full condoms in your pocket?
Exactly. Why? That's a great question. So, my boyfriend and I have been together for about 3 years. I spent 2 days with my best friend wherever she lives, and he went and stayed with another friend of his who's a guy. So, she comes home last night, and they both hug each other, and she said that she starts to smell latex And like she's like it's super strong, so she's like she reached into his pocket and then she like took it out and it was a full condom full of used, you know, stuff. So she's like, I couldn't believe my eyes. I instantly went into panic mode. He told me that he had, now they must be from like the UK. He said he had a posh wank, which to be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, is that a fancy like jerking off experience? Like,
You know
what the
me and
fuck is
my Google. I'm gonna look it up.
a
Okay,
like?
go ahead.
But okay. So she said he also lies about not masturbating, but she catches him all the time, which makes her think like, okay, well, if he lies about stuff like that, then is he lying about this too? Um, she's like, I'm really struggling. You know, I have to do something. I don't know what to do. You know, like I'm gonna see him again tonight. Like, do I confront him about it? Do I bring it up again? So yeah, that's kind of where she's at.
Okay, so back up a little. A posh wank is the act of male five finger with a condom placed over the penis, of course. And then Mark,
Oh, that's a thing.
so it's a thing. It's a
Oh,
vulgar slang. So it's when a male does himself with a condom, but then would donate a condom.
so when a male self pleases himself with a condom on, why? Like, why? I don't get that. Like, are you protecting yourself against yourself? Like,
So you don't get your hand pregnant.
right?
um, yeah, it's a thing, I guess.
But okay, so let's say, for argument's purpose, okay, so he had a posh wank.
But why are you
So
keeping it?
yeah,
I don't care if
why
you
would
do it.
you
That's
keep
your
a
thing.
posh? Right. That just makes me think that it's like all a part of the experience for him. Like, so he has to do the posh wank, which is unnecessary in itself, right?
Right.
And then you have to like save the used condom because it just like it's like his little secret.
Ew.
And he feels like the warmth in his pocket. He's like, ooh, you know, like it
Ugh.
gives him the butterflies and shit.
It's just like a little bag of warm
Come,
liquid.
yeah,
Oh, pressed up against his pocket.
right.
And then his
I
girlfriend
don't know.
goes to hug him, and it's just like squishy back and forth in there.
And you can smell because you know the smell of condoms. Like you know the
It's
smell
like
of condoms.
that latex smell,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's just nah, dude. That's disgusting. It's
it's
one thing to
nasty.
do it because I get it. That's his kink, whatever turns him on. But it's another thing to keep it
Yeah.
in your pocket. It's just like Napoleon Dynamite stuffing tater tots in his pocket.
It's exactly like that. You're
It's
right.
exactly like that.
It's convenient.
But on another level.
But you know what? I low key believe him. I low key believe that he like because she said that she always catches him
Yeah,
like jerking off, but he never like he always lies about it, but she always catches him. So maybe it's something where he prefers his hand, and maybe he's like one of those people that are like really addicted to porn. Like
right.
maybe she's not satisfying him
Yeah, and
enough.
only he can satisfy himself in a way that
Right?
he feels satisfied. Which, hey, to each its own. But throw that crap away.
Yeah, you don't need to keep it. You
You
don't need.
don't need. What are you gonna do? Like put it under a microscope and count your little offsprings?
He did it because he fucked a girl, and he didn't want her because he's obviously rich. So he didn't want her to try to take the
He tried to pull
take
a
the juice
Drake.
out of the condom, right? And
Did you hear
put
about
it
that whole
in.
Drake thing?
What Drake thing? Actually, I haven't. What happened?
Dude,
Somebody did that?
no. So the whole Drake thing. I don't know how long this happened ago, but the whole Drake thing was. So I guess, and I don't know how much of it is true, but so I guess every time he has sex with a girl, he will take his condom off and he would pour hot sauce in it to kill
So
the
like to contaminate it, pretty
right.
much. Yeah.
And so when he did that, He threw it away, and the girl went in the bathroom and tried to like pour it back in there in her,
my
and the hot
God.
sauce got in her.
And she didn't know that the hot sauce was in there?
No, and she tried to like untie it or whatever and put it back in her, and she was like you know screaming and shit because obviously the hot sauce got in her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was his
I mean,
thing,
it's low-key
was to pour
smart,
hot
though.
sauce in it
Like,
every time. Yeah,
that's low-key smart.
it's
Because, like,
super.
come on now, and look at caught that bitch up because she, tried it.
Right.
That's how you know people are so sneaky. Maybe that's
Right.
really why he did it. He was like, man, I don't want these genes to be passed on to this bitch.
Right.
I gotta keep a condom with
Because
me.
they're going after him, whatever, for whatever reason, money, trap him, whatever the reason might be. And here he is in the bathroom taking it off, get a little, mini hot sauce in his pocket, pour it
Mm.
in.
So he don't carry the hot sauce around for the flavor. He carries the hot sauce around to
To kill the
eliminate.
flavor. uh, all right. So this one says, my boyfriend got married while we were dating, then
Oh,
called me up after he returned from his honeymoon. He told me he was gone for work. I met his new wife when she caught us at his office together. I had no idea.
wow.
So he went on a
So
whole
did
honeymoon.
she know that he was married, or did she like find out when the wife caught them?
She
Is that what
found
it was?
out when the wife caught him at his office.
Um,
And while he was on his honeymoon, he said he was gone for work.
so my boyfriend just got married.
My boyfriend got
That's
what a
crazy.
story to tell. My boyfriend got married while we were dating,
I
and
would
he
be back.
returned. Right,
That's crazy. Like on both ends. So now you're newly married, and your wife just catches you with your side chick who had no idea that you had a wife. So now both of your bitches are mad at you and don't want to
right.
fuck with you no more.
And while you were on your honeymoon, you told your girlfriend that you were away for work.
We're working, yeah,
And I caught you at with your side chick at the
and at
office.
work.
Right.
Man, he gotta be better about his shit.
Imagine
If
the
he
right. If you're gonna lie, be good at it.
right, like come on now, like you could have played that shit off better. Why would you even have your side chick at work anyway? You really trust your fucking employees and your coworkers that much that you don't think somebody's gonna snitch on you to your
Right.
wife? They all know
And
you
they
just
probably
got married.
that's probably why he got caught. Because he
Yeah,
didn't give that he
exactly.
didn't give that he didn't give someone that raise that they wanted. That
Right. So
person's
they're like,
out.
fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You didn't give me
Boom.
that
That's
six
karma.
percent that I wanted. You only gave me 3. Watch. Watch what
That's
happens.
karma. Mm-mm. Okay. That was a good one. Okay. This one's also about marriage. So it says, got cheated and married. So I was in a long distance relationship. They were in different countries for about 4 years. And just before we got to the 3 year mark, I found out that he cheated on me and was having, sex with multiple different women. So he gave some excuse saying that, a girl um, about a girl that she knew. So she was like really, upset about it, decided to break up, but then somehow he convinced her to stay. And then, they ended up staying and then ended up getting married with each other. So then now, further down the line, they have kids, and they move in together, all this shit. So she said, we both told our parents, and they agreed to it. In the same year we got engaged, he went back to, a different country. So again, they've always been separated. Like
Mm-hmm.
even after they got married, he went back to his home country and she stayed in hers.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, I know that he was still cheating. So I went and decided to get on some dating sites and I started doing the same. And I always had a second thought, of like maybe I shouldn't marry him. Maybe I can tell my parents, about what happened and, like tell them about my second thoughts and everything. Um, but eventually, she still got married to him. So, I guess it didn't really go anywhere. But she said after marriage, he asked me to be in an open relationship because they were apart. So
Mm-hmm.
and he was already cheating. She knew that she was cheating that he was
Right.
cheating. So now he's like, let's just make it an open relationship
Right.
since we live in different countries. And she wasn't interested in that, even though she went
She
on her dating website
right.
and started doing her own shit.
Yeah.
So she got upset with him and she was like, I want to have a normal life. I want to have, a regular relationship. right now we live in two different countries, and it's hard for us to even communicate and all this stuff. And she's like, I keep on thinking about him, and she's like always checking on his Instagram, seeing who he's following, like seeing what he's doing on social media. And she's like, should I divorce him? If I do, how should I tell my parents? So all this like dilemma in her head
Right.
of like what to do. What
They
do you
already
think?
started the relationship off not trusting each other, and like already doing shit behind each other's back. And
Right.
then he's like was like, well, let's have an open relationship anyways, and that's not what she wants. So why even get married in the first place? They only did
Because
that.
we living in two different countries.
Right.
But I think it was like a cultural kind of thing
Yeah.
because the fact that she keeps on like, I don't know what my parents are gonna think. Like we had to get our parents' approval on, so maybe it was like an arranged marriage type
Divorce.
thing. But like, I mean, the way that I see it, y'all live in two different countries.
Yep.
You're already doing what you're gonna do. He's
Yep.
already doing what he's gonna
Right.
do. Like y'all are not fucking each other.
Yep.
So I mean, what point are you? What's the point of even being
Yep.
married? Like, is
Any
he
idea?
financially supporting you?
Yeah.
Is yeah? I mean, she said that they had children together. But
Yeah.
like, so is it that you're just staying with him because he's financially providing for you and
Mm-hmm.
your children,
Right.
and you're upset that he's cheating, but you're doing the same? Like, I
Right.
don't get it. It's like you're doing the same thing, so you can't get upset with him for it.
Right. But some people are like that though. They're like they don't want their partner doing it, but it's okay for them to go do it.
Right?
So
Which is
it's not even
stupid.
worth them being together. They can reevaluate the relationship when they get to the point where they're together physically.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
right now and then, they shouldn't even be together. They should just explore
Right.
and date people that are in their own countries where they can
Mm-hmm.
physically be together. They don't.
Right.
They should be together because they
Right.
need that physical touch,
Right. I mean,
cultural
I
or
don't know.
not.
You knew before. I mean, like they dated before they got married, so you knew he was cheating before he got married,
Right.
and you knew he was going to continue to cheat after you got married.
Yeah.
So whether your parents liked it or not, like, come on now, like, do you really want to be with somebody who's going to cheat on you?
Right.
Like, and then when he wants to open it up, you don't want to do that either. So, bitch,
Right.
like, make up your mind. Like, do you want to be married and be cheated on? Do you want to be single and not be cheated on? Do you want to be married and have an open relationship and you can cheat too? Like,
Both of them can't even make up their mind. They both just need
right,
not to be each other. They're both toxic for each other.
literally,
They're
just
both stupid.
divorce, let that shit go.
Right. They're both stupid. Period.
Bitches.
Yeah. So this next one says, one of my friends told me that she had a girl who she was dating, had four boyfriends. So she was really playing the field, right? Like, hey,
Okay.
she wasn't really dedicated to anybody. So she was dating four guys. So on her birthday, she had requested that all four guys buy her the same purse that she wanted. So
Okay.
neither of them knew each other, and so all the boyfriends complied, and so she sold three of the purses for money, and she kept one of them. All four
Mm-hmm.
of the guys were extremely happy when they saw her wearing the same purse that they had got her.
Uh,
Smart.
that's
That's super smart. I saw that. I'm like, damn, baby girl was thinking smart.
it's smart. It's fucked up, but it's smart.
Hey, guys play girls all the time. Why can't girls play guys?
I'm not saying you can't. I mean, don't make it right. Just say it.
That is super smart. I would have never thought that.
I wouldn't think to do anything like that. I would just be like, give me the fucking money. But then at the same time, like,
I would have been like, buy me four different purses so I can have four different purses to wear. But
right,
I would have cashed in. I would have chose money over the purses.
right, exactly. Like, get one of them to get you the purse, and then the others just give you the money, and then
Right.
like you don't even have to worry about resale value being lower than what the actual cost of the purse is because you have all that money.
Right. And if she's smart enough to do that, she's smart enough to go to like the high quality value purses.
Hmm.
And when they bought her the purse, she kept the receipt too.
Right. And you see, the thing is that she's so smart. Like, she's just like, all these guys are like, oh my God, she loves me so much.
Right.
She wears her, she just loves my
Yeah.
gift. That's my girl. She's just everything.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, boyfriend number 4 is the one who got her the purse that she's holding on to, because
Yeah.
that one is favorite.
Right. That's her favorite.
His name is Charles, and he has a big foot. So,
Bigfoot. And you know what
that's
they
why
say
she
about guys
put
with
it up.
big foot? They said, "Damn, you guys have big feet."
Right. I like that. I thought you were gonna say big socks.
Have you ever heard that? That's from that's
I've
from
never
Fresh
heard that.
Prince. That's from Fresh Prince. I mean, we be always joking with. They be like, they said, they said, uh, you know what they say about guys with big feet? They said, "Damn, you guys have big feet."
That's a good one. I like
Yeah,
that.
because they expect you to say the opposite.
Right.
And I said, yes. So we always be joking. You know what they say with guys big feet? And they'd be like, what? They say, "Damn, you guys have big feet." But yeah, she's smart for doing that. I'm telling you.
She's out here inspiring a whole generation of women just finesse these dudes.
Hey,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not
I'm
mad
not
at
mad
it.
either.
Okay. So this one says, my boyfriend gave me diet pills for my birthday. So she says,
Damn, I had to swallow that first.
are
What
you
kind of
okay?
diet pill? I was
I'm
drinking something. What kind of diet pills? Is it like Walmart kind, or was it like them
I
high
don't know.
quality kind?
It was probably like some
Dang,
Hypothetical $20 from
that's
Walmart.
messed up.
So she says, my boyfriend gifted me diet pills for my birthday. Just to mention, I've never once asked for any kind of diet supplement. I'm not obese. I'm not overweight. I'm not supermodel skinny. I'm just average, normal. She's like, I don't have a flat stomach, but, she's
Yeah,
average size.
yeah,
So she's like, I pretended to be happy when I received them because I didn't want him to think that I was ungrateful or childish. I don't really mind if he gets me a gift I don't like. It's just this particular gift made me feel so insecure. I don't
mm,
know if it's maybe a cultural thing because he comes from Korea, so maybe it's normal over there to gift diet stuff. But in my country, it's considered quite rude to give people something like this. I feel like he's calling me fat. And in the past, he said he doesn't want our relationship to be about money. So I never really expected grand gifts as long as they were meaningful. But this feels very insensitive. Should I voice how I feel to him or do I sound childish?
girl, you already
Voice
know.
your opinion, bitch. Like,
You already know what
the
my
fuck?
petty ass would say.
I'm sure you would be like, well, let me get you some dick enlargement pills because I already know that's like the first thing that goes through your head. And I know that that's why you laugh because I know that's exactly what you were thinking. Like, see how you like it. I'm going to get you some dick enlargement pills for your birthday, bitch. Like,
I wouldn't even wait for his
and I'm not going
birthday.
to say
I wouldn't even wait for his birthday. I'd either give him that, or I would go like straight to Walmart and I would get him some Rogaine for like hair plugs, or I would get him something. Yup.
right, right. Be
He wants
like,
to play games. Two can play at this game.
it is fucked up though.
Yep.
Like, I mean, come on now.
Hmm.
Why would you do that?
Right.
In what world do you think that that's a good fucking gift
No
to give
world.
who didn't ask for it at
Right.
that?
No
It's
world.
one thing if she was like, oh, I really don't like how my body looks. Like, I
Right.
want to try out the pill, see how it works. That's one thing. But
Even if she
no,
said that, you don't get it for her birthday. You
right,
do it together
exactly,
as the informed
right,
decision together and say, hey, I'm here to support you. Let's look at options together as a
right.
support. You don't do it as a birthday. Motherfucker, you fucked up. You damn lost that pussy.
For real. If she breaks up with you, you can't be upset with her.
Nope.
I mean, because that's that's breakup worthy
Mm-mm.
activity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you don't do shit like that unless you want to get broken up with. And
Yeah.
maybe he did want to get broken up with, and
Yeah.
maybe that's why he.
You had that good. You lost that good.
Mm, sucks
You
to be
did.
him. Right. Go get your next little skinny bitch that
Yeah.
doesn't need no diet pills.
Yep.
guess what? She's gonna gain like 50 pounds,
Yep.
and she ain't gonna take some diet pills.
And when she gains that 50 pounds, guess what? You're gonna lose your hair plugs. You're gonna lose your hair, and
Hmm.
you're gonna need that
And you're
Rogaine.
gaining,
Yep.
so you're gonna need them enlargement
Just
pills
like that.
and the protein,
Yep.
like, and your back gonna start hurting too, so you're
Yep.
gonna need something for your back.
You know what? The hair that's on top of your head, the hair that's on top of your head, guess where it's gonna go? It's gonna go on your back.
Mm.
Right in
Why
your
would you
ass
put your
crack.
hair? Why would you put your hair from your head on your back? I don't know, but
Yep. It's gonna go right on top of your ass crack. It's all your
ew,
hair, all your hair in
it's
your
gonna be
head.
all fuzzy and shit and red.
Yep.
Ew.
All your hair in your head is gonna go in your ass crack.
Right, and they gonna call you fucking hairy ass,
Mm-hmm.
hairy ass
Yep.
Harry, bitch.
And then you can think back to all that good that you had.
And now all you're
Yep.
gonna think about is how you can't get no good because all you can get is the bad,
Yep.
and the only thing that's attracted to you is big bitches now. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You made your bed. You now you gotta lie in it.
Yep.
Now you only fuck
Now
with
you
big
gotta lie
bitches.
with the big.
You gotta lie with the big bitch.
Right. Right. So deal with that. You fucked up.
They just
Yep.
don't know. You don't know how good you got it until it's gone, right?
Yep.
That's the thing. So
Just
welcome to
look
the
at.
big bitch
We
side.
basically laid out your future for you. Right. We laid out your future for you. So you better reevaluate what you got lying ahead of you. So
Right. And the next dude that she's gonna get is like 6 pack,
hmm
Zac Efron type shit,
gonna
like
love her for who she is.
right,
Yep.
rolls and all.
hmm He's gonna get that good every night.
Hmm.
So
Bitch.
you know what we say about that? Period.
Period. With a T.
All right. This one says my fiance had an affair. I took her back. I found a way to forgive her. Then she broke up with me. Her excuse
Mm.
was that, quote, you didn't get mad enough.
What? Did he get mad enough for what?
For like her having an affair on him
So she's mad that he didn't get mad at her for
enough.
having an affair.
Yeah.
So if he would have broke up with her after he found out that he cheated on her, what would she have done? Did he say they broke up or no?
Yeah. She broke up with him because she said that
No,
he didn't get mad
but
enough.
like after they had the affair, didn't he say that they broke up or
No.
they stayed together? He just
Stay
forgave her like out the
he
bat.
found a way to forgive her. He said, my fiance had an affair. I took her back. I found a way to forgive her. Then she broke up with me because I didn't get mad enough. That was her reasoning. Because some people are narcissists like that. You know,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
she's
I
like, well,
mean,
I'm breaking up with you because I felt like you didn't get mad at me enough. Like you just, you found you forgave me too easily,
which is fucking crazy to me. Like,
dude.
basically, bitch, you got like a free pass to just cheat however much you
Right?
want. Because
You got
you're
a
gonna always
free
forget.
right. Basically, you got a free hall pass
Right,
to throw hot dogs down your hallway,
right.
and
As often as you want.
mm-hmm,
To have a hot dog party and a whole
sausage
family
party,
pack.
right?
Yeah, bitch, a whole family pack, just
Right.
all up in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you decided because he didn't get mad at you enough.
Yeah.
Like bitches like that want dudes to like rough them up and like smack them
Slap
around and
around. Yeah.
threaten their life and shit, like toxic shit.
She didn't deserve
People are
him.
so crazy.
Right.
Yeah, she didn't deserve him, and his dumb ass, like he's dumb. Like
You know
why would
what?
you just?
She deserved the guy that gave her the diet pills. They deserve each other.
They deserve each other.
Yep.
Yeah. They
Yep.
would make a really good fucking match.
Yep.
Because that bitch, she likes fucking Starbucks iced coffee. She's skinny as fuck,
Yep.
So he'll love her
Yep.
because she's very superficial though. So he might not like that because, you know, he was just saying he didn't want the relationship to be about money. but like
No, he'll like
she
that
wants
because
the relationship to be about looks, about like how much money he gives her, what kind of car he drives, what kind
he'll
of
like that
house he lives.
because it seems like he likes to be like told what to do. He likes that kind of girl. You could tell he likes that kind of girl.
He likes the kind of girl that like everybody else likes, but he doesn't want to deal with the shit that comes with the girl that everybody else likes. Because you got to think about that. Like the girl that like everybody wants, like okay, she's so pretty, her life must be so amazing. Those bitches be the craziest fucking ones. Like they be the most problematic people that you've
Right?
ever met in your
They're
entire
perfect on
life.
the outside, but inside, man, they're all kinds of fucked
Yeah,
up. All kinds of
terrible.
fucked up. Yeah,
It's like the grass is not always greener on the
yeah.
other side.
The kind
People
of
be ugly
bitches,
as fuck
the
on the
kind of bitches
inside.
that go to Target with Starbucks in their cart, those are the fucked up bitches. I'm telling
Those are
you.
the fuck, yeah, and
The
just be drinking that shit while
right,
they shop.
right.
Who does that?
The one with like little koozies sweaters, the knit sweaters on their Starbucks. Those are the crazy bitches.
The
I'm
bitches
telling
that got
you.
the Starbucks cup, the reusable Starbucks cup with the Starbucks koozie over top of it, with Starbucks in that bitch, like
Real
iced
Starbucks,
coffee,
just
real
not the
Starbucks.
homemade ones.
Hell nah.
Those are the crazy.
Come on now. Yeah. She's walking around fucking Target with her little cup in her cup holder,
Right,
like that bitch.
right.
Like everybody and all the staff, like the maintenance people, fucking hate that bitch because she
Hmm.
always spilling
They
shit.
they leave the
Put
fucking Starbucks cup on the fucking shelves when they're done.
right. Like
Girl.
who does that? They be
Hmm.
hating bitches like that.
Right.
I don't get it.
The kind of
Starbucks
bitches
bitches.
that stops at Starbucks before they even start shopping. Those are
Right.
girl.
The kind of bitches that don't like they won't go to the Starbucks in the Target. They go to the Starbucks actual Starbucks
because
before
they're
they come.
because they're too good to
Right.
stand in line. They would rather sit in their car to the drive-through, get their
Right.
Starbucks, then go to Target and walk
Right.
past the Starbucks in Target because they're too good to stand in line.
Right. Look at all those peasants standing in line for
Right?
their Target
Who stands
Starbucks.
and wait in line at Starbucks?
Fuck
Psh,
out of here.
right?
I don't even
Fucking
like
outside.
Starbucks.
Right? I get a Starbucks and I get anxiety because I don't know what to order. The
It's
menu
I don't
the menu
know. Like
scares me.
yeah, it's like aren't they the ones who do like the venti like
I just go there and
right?
I'm like large.
Apparently that's
I,
like a
I get
huge
scared.
like somebody will fight you if you call it large when it's
I
supposed to
do.
be venti or whatever the fuck.
I don't
They gonna
care.
fuck you up. Some diehard Starbuckers.
Starbuckers. I get scared. Like when, because I ordered a couple, maybe like 3 times a year. I'll get there and I'll be like, they're like, can I help you? I'm like, large, large. You mean venti? Bitch, I don't care. Just give me a large.
Girl, give me coffee. I don't know. They don't have Starbucks in the hood, so I'll be around them. Never. Like I have to go to Target to go to the Starbucks. Like
Right? You have
it's not
to.
around
You,
here.
your ass is the one waiting in line.
Right. I'm the bitch waiting in line. So this bitch walked past me and I'm like
You're like,
at the Starbucks, bitch. Rolling my
mind your own
eyes.
business.
Anyway.
All right.
That's good. I like that. All right. Comment if you're a Starbucks bitch, because I want to know,
Right. If you're and comment if you're the one with the little sweater knit sweater card Starbucks holder thingy
Right. Are
majig.
you a diehard? Like, did you get the Stanley Cup thing? Isn't that like that was a thing, right? The little
You know
Stanley
that they
Starbucks
finally came
cup.
out and said that the Stanley Cups have lead in there.
Really?
So hot to all your people waiting in line at 3 o'clock in the morning on the Stanley Cups. I'm telling you, they got
See, the
lead in
crazy
there.
part is like I'll go to Five Below and get the $5 knockoff version of a Stanley Cup, and bitch,
I'll write
it does
Stanley on them.
the
I'll
with
write
the fucking
fuck
perfect
Stanley. I'll
measurements.
write Harvey. I'll write
Like we gonna
Stanley's
make our own shit,
right. I'll write Stanley's cuter cousin Harvey or something.
right? You don't work as good, but it still does what it needs to do.
Right.
It gives what it's given. It works. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this one says my significant other thinks I cheated on him. So they're not married. She says they've been together for 4.5 years. They have a house. They have a kid together, and they have and then they each have one from their past
Hmm.
relationship. So 3 kids total. She said we've had good and bad times over the course of our relationship, but he will not completely shut down when he's mad and will not, or he will completely shut down when he's mad and will not communicate whatsoever. So she's like, the longest that he like wouldn't talk to me was over a week. So she's like, I've dealt
Wow.
with it for a long time. I would always ask why he does that, um, but thought it was a way of coping. So after so long, we barely talked. He didn't want to talk so much. Oh, sorry, this is kind of a hot mess. So a few months ago, I became friends with a guy at work, and we would talk about life and work, mostly work, kids, and then like their significant others and all this shit. So on some friendly stuff. So she said it was nice to talk to somebody just about like anything. Eventually, we started talking on the phone on my way to work. If he wasn't working or after work, like they would just be regularly communicating. So recently, her significant other checked her phone call logs and confronted her about, who she's talking to. She told him who she's talking to, explained the situation. He assumes that she had sex with him, which she said she
Mm.
doesn't or she didn't. So now he keeps accusing her of cheating, and he considers the phone calls cheating as well because she didn't tell him about it. And she says that she's talked to the guy since, or she said she hasn't talked to the guy since because she's really trying to like work things out with her significant other. But she also asked her significant other why he stopped talking to her a long time ago. And his answer was because he knew she had someone else on the side, is what he said. So she's like, I feel like he's just never trusted me to begin with, and maybe he needs to work on something with himself. I really love him and didn't mean any harm by this, but is this considered cheating? Is there a way to mend our relationship?
Mm,
There's layers to that, right?
yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on that. Um,
What do you
so first, I think that he needs to work. They need therapy, counseling, not therapy. They need
think?
counseling because the fact that he shuts down and not and go as long as a week without talking to her,
Yeah, right.
that's deep. That's not
Yeah,
on their level, but on his level, because
yeah,
especially that they each have kids on their own and they have a kid together. That's a blended family, and that goes real deep. Um, and then the fact that he's not talking to her, that means that he's pushing her away into another person's arm,
right.
and
Like you
he
can't get upset with her for having a conversation with someone else when you won't talk to her.
right, and
It's
then
platonic.
huh,
It's platonic. So
yep,
I mean, it's not like she's doing like talking to him sexually or
right.
anything like
And she's being honest by saying that she hasn't had any sexual contact or relations with this guy. It's strictly platonic because he is pushing her into another person's arm. And he turns around and says, I did that because I knew you were, that's narcissism,
that. Right.
at its best. Blaming victim, like blaming her for doing what she's doing because, I mean, blaming her for saying, I did this because you already started it, instead of
Right.
taking accountability for saying, I'm sorry that you did this because because of me. I initiated, um, I did this for you to do this. I will fix myself so that this stops. You know what I mean? And so let's fix each other. Let's fix this so that we can fix each other and be better as a couple. And by doing that, let's go to couples counseling. Because if you look at it, if you start to look at the root of the problem, he did start this.
He did.
Had he
But
not, but look
at
at
the
it.
same she you at the end of the day, you gotta admit that I'm not justifying how he, doesn't talk to her and all that shit because at the end of the day they're all adults, so he
Yeah,
should be able to communicate.
yeah,
But I could see how he would be frustrated and feel like she's cheating on him.
hmm,
If you look through your phone call logs and
yeah,
see like all these phone calls with this guy,
hmm,
like I could see how he would be like, okay, like you're saying that you're not cheating with
yeah.
me on like with him, but like why are you like this is a whole nother man that you're communicating with. Like you could have had a girlfriend that you were talking to and he
But
wouldn't have
it,
seen anything different, you
but it
know?
sounded like none of this happened. None of this started until he started pushing her away, though. Like, yeah, she could have turned to another girl or whatever, but this guy, this third person, didn't see the opportunity to swoop in until he noticed that she was probably, feeling like she was having issues at home. And he swooped
Mhm.
in, guy or girl. It doesn't matter. because girls can still be attracted to girls, girls can be attracted to guys, so it doesn't matter what the sex of the third person is.
But I mean, it's not like they were doing it. It's not like he swooped in because he wanted to be her boyfriend. You
We
know what
don't
I
know
mean?
that.
Like it sounds like from what she says. I mean, there's always multiple sides to the
Right.
story, but it sounds like they were really just like talking because like like you work with somebody and then
Yeah.
like you sit next to each other and like you
Right. You
talk
talk.
and
Yeah.
like you create friendships with
Yeah.
people. So maybe it really truly was
Yeah.
that it was on some friendship shit. Like,
Yeah.
and if she explains that to him and he doesn't want to accept that, I mean, that's another story. But like,
Right.
she also has to take into consideration, like, if he's upset with you about something, like, that's not normal to go a week
Right.
without talking to someone. Like,
Exactly.
especially if you have kids in the house. Like, how are you communicating about the children?
And that's where
Like,
the issue lies.
child,
Right. And they could be communicating via text, which I mean, communication, but for the kids to see that, that's unhealthy for them, and that's not right because right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that they need couples counseling. That's not right for the way that. I mean, and I can see that's the reason, probably the reason why they are having issues is because he is immature the way he's acting, and that's not right. I think. I mean, I see a day of not talking to like gather yourself and you need space and stuff like that. But a week, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I
That
will go
means that
stir
you're like really
crazy.
holding on to like a grudge for a whole week.
Right. That's crazy.
Like, and then at that point, it makes you think, like, okay, if you're gonna hold a grudge for a week, like, how do I know that you're really letting that shit go and that
Right.
you're not still angry and then taking that shit out? Like,
Right.
it sounds like it's just an unhealthy relationship just
Mhm.
altogether.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I just feel
I
like,
don't know.
I mean, she sounded like she made the effort, like she stopped talking to the dude
Yeah.
and she's trying to figure out how to make it work. So I feel like she's trying and trying and trying and trying with this
Mhm.
significant other, but like at the end of the day, like he's gonna feel how he feels, and it seems like whatever he says goes.
Yeah.
So no matter how she feels about the situation, she's gonna always like blindly follow behind
Right.
him. But at some point, she has to stand up for herself and be like, just because we have a kid together, like if this is an unhealthy relationship,
Yeah.
maybe it is better that you guys split up. Because
Right.
if you are going months with like you have more conversations with this guy that you're talking to
Mhm.
from work than your own significant other, like
Mhm.
that should be a red flag in
Right.
her
I
eyes.
agree.
Like, okay, maybe something's not
I
right here,
agree. Yeah, he needs to work on himself so that he can communicate with not just his partner, but with anybody else. Because if he's shutting down the week with her, how is he
Yeah,
have? What is his relationship with other people?
right, exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy. Okay. So this one says this happens to a guy I knew. He was married to a girl for several years that ended up needing a kidney transplant. He was a match and gave her one of his kidneys instead of having her be on a wait list. And then just 3 months after her surgery, she cheated on him and divorced him.
yeah. So he gave her his kidney and then she cheated on him
And
and divorced
divorced
him.
him.
That's so sad. That's so savage. Like people just have no like loyalty anymore. I
Yeah,
mean, but at the same time, like just because you gave a bitch kidney doesn't mean that she's like
she owes you.
indebted to you for life. Like you made that choice to give her your kidney. Just because
Yeah,
you gave it to her that she has to stay with your ass, like
yeah. But you know what my petty ass would be like? I'd be
give it
like,
back.
well, about that kidney.
That is my kidney. So I mean,
I mean, after
in some
all,
way, I do own part of you. You know.
I wouldn't even say. I'd be like, about that kidney. Let's have a little talk about that.
Right. I don't know if I want you to have that anymore. You
I'd
know,
be
I
like,
think I want that
I'd be like,
back.
there's a tub of ice sitting over there. No, I'm just kidding.
One way or another, bitch. It's me or the kidney. Oh man, that's crazy though.
Yeah,
Really? Like you took the man's kidney and then was like, "Fuck him." I mean, that is pretty selfish of her. Like,
yeah,
come on now.
yeah.
Like that's not cool.
That's super not cool.
But at the same time, I
She doesn't
mean,
owe him anything. I get it. She's not indebted to him. But I think it's morals. When it comes down to it's morals. Yeah,
mm,
it's
I
morals.
mean,
At least give
If
him a
if she
year.
how long was it? You said 2 months.
A year.
It was a year.
No,
Wait,
I said
after
no. I said at least give him a year. But she said, but this one says just 3 months after the surgery.
3 months. So that means that bitch was already cheating on
She
you
was planning
before.
it. Yeah, she was on her
She
bed.
was she was cheating on him before she got the kidney transplant.
Hmm.
You don't just because come on now, you don't bounce back that quick from
Right,
getting a fucking organ put in your body.
and
You
then
know,
up and leave.
you were cheating on him
Yeah,
before you got the
yeah,
transplant, so that makes it even more fucked up.
right. Yeah,
Bitch, you're scandalous.
right.
Liz.
You and then you know what? You and your cheating you and your cheating uh kidney can leave. You know, you can take his kidney, and you'll have a part of him with you forever. And I hope you feel guilty.
I would be salty as fuck though if I was him. I'd be like, man, I'm missing a kidney for this bitch. I gave her one of my kidneys. Like, it's
I'll
not
make
like
it
you
known to
gave
the
her
world.
like some money or something. Like,
It's a
bitch, I give you
kidney.
my kidney.
So if
Like,
your only kidney fails, you're
right,
you're fucked.
you're fucked because you gave it to an ungrateful bitch who cheated
Right.
on you
Mhm.
3 months after you gave her your literal kidney.
Right. Yeah, I would be. Yeah, I think I would go ask for it back if something happens.
I don't think it works like that. Like, there's no return policy. Like,
I
the
would go knock
doctors
on
aren't
her
gonna be
door
like,
like
the
3 in the
doctor's gonna be
morning.
like, oh, well, he wants his kidney back, so sorry, bitch, you gotta die because we took away yours. So,
I'd be like, yeah, I'd be like, can I get that shit back? Like,
okay. So this last one says, my girlfriend and I are having issues. What do I do? So me and my girlfriend have been dating for about 13 months now. The relationship hasn't always been perfect. Like every relationship, there's problems. She's very bad at communicating. I've always given her a safe place to talk and never invalidated her feelings, but she takes it too far sometimes and starts stonewalling me and throwing a fit. I then try to get her to talk to me, but she shuts down and says that she doesn't want to talk to me. And then I go about my day because after a while, there's only so much that you can do. So then out of nowhere, she'll start being lovey dovey back towards me. So he's like, the hot and cold behavior just doesn't feel good. He's like, for example, we went on a bike ride and I had gone up ahead a little bit further than she was, just a couple 100 feet to the point where she could still see him, but like, she wasn't like right next to him. So apparently that made her upset, and then she started getting angry, but she like didn't tell him that she was angry. She just like started acting different towards
mhm.
him. And then he was like, this is just one example of many, but like she doesn't communicate to the way that I need to, but expects that I cater to every one of her needs. I wrote her a letter expressing my love and gratitude for her, but also pointed out the bad, and I told her that I want to be with her, but threatened to walk away if there's no change. She got angry, ripped all of our pictures up, and told him that like she feels like he's giving up on her. She put all of his like packed all of his stuff and put it at the door. And then now he's like, I feel like a bad person because typically, I haven't I brush things aside, just to, maintain the peace. But, I couldn't speak my truth. But she's putting all the blame on me. So what should I do?
Leave her ass. She's a spoiled little bitch.
Literally. Like, it's not that fucking hard. Like,
Right.
sounds
She
like
wants things her
literally.
way all the time, and she wants you to be her little bitch.
Right.
There's not
So,
even a question.
right. She throws little hissy fits and shit.
Hmm.
Like, come on now. He said that he's 24 and she's 23. So y'all are old the fuck enough, where like she's grown. Like if
Right.
she and you see the thing that I don't know, I feel like there's girls out there that are like, I want the princess treatment.
Yeah.
But you're not a princess, bitch. Like,
Right.
like you've done nothing to deserve princess
Right.
treatment. What
Right.
makes you think that somebody's gonna bend the fuck over backwards
Yeah.
for you just because, you have a big fat fake CDL booty? Like
Right.
people are so weird these days. I just don't get it. Like,
Mm.
and the fact that he's even questioning this, like, bro, let that bitch go. Like, come
But you
on
know what
now.
though?
Like,
Some guys will tolerate that shit because she's pretty. Because she's like arm candy. You know what I mean?
hmm
No. If you want
yep,
that arm candy, then you deserve to be treated like that.
yeah,
But if you
Exactly.
want a real bitch and you want, someone that's real and someone that's, the longevity of relationship to be a real girl and someone that will be like quality girlfriend, she ain't it.
Mhm.
But if you want
Mm-mm.
arm candy, then you deserve that.
Like people like shit like that. I don't know. People like crazy people. Like there's like you hear that shit. You hear guys be like, yeah, I'm looking for a crazy girl, a crazy short girl. Like what? Like you want a crazy short girl that's gonna fucking beat you? Like, cause you short bitches, y'all be
Hey,
man,
I'm gonna
y'all.
speak for all the short bitches out there. We're crazy, but we love hard.
Our legs are short, but our love is long. Like
Right. We're short, but I mean, our love, it goes up there.
man, bitch, can't
Um,
relate.
but for real though, like that bitch sounds crazy. Like you said,
Yes.
she wants that the treatment of a princess, but she can't give the love that deserves
Right.
that treatment. She
Hmm.
wants it all,
Yeah.
but she can't give it all.
Like, don't
Next.
nobody want to date no spoiled brat little bitch. Like,
Hell no. That's the
want to
kind of
act like
bitch.
that, go to your fucking dad and do some shit like that. Like, 'cause
Right.
clearly that's the person who created that monster, you know?
Girl, that's the kind of bitch that I wish that we would meet somewhere, like at a bar or a club or something, that would just like accidentally, I'm sorry, that purposely like would run into you just on purpose and just, oh my God, I wish. With
You be
this,
looking for fight, bitch.
I
Like,
don't look,
I be on like some bodyguard shit whenever we go out because this bitch be on the scope looking for a bitch to fight. You know,
I don't like to fight. I'm not a fighter. I'm not.
you're not a
But
fighter. No.
I'm I'm not. But there are just some girls out there that just act so entitled. Like you wouldn't believe. They just act entitled because they feel like they're so pretty and like they can just walk around and like bump into anybody and spill their drink at anybody and they wouldn't get any kind of reprimand. No, bitch. You just haven't walked into the wrong
Right
person.
one.
Huh?
Right. Cause I said I was agreeing. I'm like the right one. Cause once you bump into the right one, bitch, like not, you think that people are gonna, oh, she's pretty. Like some people don't give a fuck about that. You can be pretty all you want, but if you disrespect somebody,
Yep.
like they're gonna put you in your place.
Yep.
You know?
You're gonna get fucked up. Like for real. You will get fucked up by the it's gonna be the wrong person, the wrong time. Like I will have patience if it's like we're having fun and you accidentally did it. Okay, haha, we'll all laugh it off. But it's like if you keep doing it and I've told you, you need a like space and you keep
Right.
doing it, bitch, you're gonna get fucked up. Like for real. It's space.
I agree. You need your personal space.
Hmm.
I
Especially a
mean,
pretty little bitch that thinks she's entitled. That's my thing. Is if you think you're entitled, you will get put in your place. I'm just waiting for
I
that one
just feel
day.
like the places that we hang out and the places that we go, we don't often run into people like that. And
Yeah.
it just makes me wonder, like, what do we be doing? like we be around like some different kinds of people. Like
Yeah.
maybe we need to
We
reevaluate
need to change it up.
setting.
Yeah, we need to change it up. We
Check
are
it
going to change it up. So
Yeah, we be hanging out with all types of hobos and all types of shit. Like
our crowd's a little bit different. We need to
yeah.
change up our crowd. Facts. So okay. So talk about changing it up. We are changing it up to our discussion topic now. And I have the discussion topic for this week. Are we ready? Oh, I
Get
like the little
it.
shoulder thing. My sister has this dance that I think I showed you. I love it when she does it, and she's the only person that could do it right. She'll like be dancing somewhere, she'd be like, "Oh, oh, oh, okay," and she'd be like, "Oh." She's so funny. I love her. Okay, and she'll do it out in public too. She don't give no fucks, and I think she
Hey,
does it because she's married, so she knows that she don't got nobody to impress.
exactly. You see, that's my problem is I dance like that and I'm not married, so that's probably why I'm still single because I be doing
She
stupid shit.
Amanda will do like she has this classic robot dance that I hope that one day you guys will get to see. But she just don't care, and she will come
I
up
don't.
with like the robots back in the 80s,
I would
and
be
she's
in the
bringing it.
fucking club doing the robot. Like I'll be doing the sprinkler and some more shit, the shopping cart, like everything
The fax
with no.
machine, right? She don't. She will
Yeah,
make it up. and she just don't care. So I hope one day you guys will get to see Amanda's little robot, fiasco. But okay, back to the discussion topic. This was a little bit
Yeah.
lengthy, so I will try to sum it up. But it says, is it normal for a guy and a girl to be friends? Very simple, but it gets kind of messy, okay? And you know how much we
Right.
love mess, okay? It says, hear me out. My wife and I went on a double date with my friend and his girlfriend. My friend is divorced and wanted to introduce us to his new girl. My wife and my friend have been friends since middle school. I'm confident that their relationship is platonic and there's no hidden feelings or desires. Anyhow, back to the story. My friend's girlfriend's name is Gloria. She seemed to have a liking towards me and have been dropping hints that she's interested in me. How do I know this? Well, she's during our dinner, she was playing footsie with me under the table, and I
Mm.
know it wasn't my wife. Uh, then we crossed paths at the bathroom. Gloria attempted to pat me down while making excuses that I had water in my pants, and it got really flirty while my friend and my wife was at the table waiting for us to return.
Mm-hmm.
I admit it felt nice um, being crushed on with by the new girl, like me having a crush. I love my wife, but we just don't have that kind of energy or spark anymore. I know that it wasn't a smart move on my end. My wife and my friend have more in common than me and my wife. They both work in the same tech industry, and I'm just a real estate guy. Gloria is young, she's hot, but not as hot as my wife. In my eyes, my wife is the hottest girl I've ever met, and she's still attractive even after having kids. I'm not a fool to throw away my life over a quickie. Gloria has been secretly in my DMs for the past week, and I admit it's thrilling. Then my friend found out and confronted me about it. He is considering telling my wife. I told my friend that I'm just friends with his girlfriend, no harm, no foul. I trust. I told him I trust him with my wife, and so he should trust me with his girlfriend. My friend disagreed and said I'm dishonoring my wife. He said if I don't tell my wife, he will. Who's wrong here? There's nothing has happened, just a few DMs, sexy photos, and maybe an intimate phone call or two. What should I do?
Obviously, he's the fucking problem. Let's be honest. Like, come on now. You can't be like, oh, she's been coming on to me. But you're feeding into that shit because, like, obviously you're responding to her. Obviously, you're having these conversations with her.
Feeling the
Obviously, you're
fire.
thinking about it. Yeah. So, like, if you didn't want to put yourself in a situation where you would potentially cheat on your wife, then why would you even like continue to communicate with this bitch?
Mm,
And he's like trying to justify it like, oh, well, they've been friends for so long and I've never, said or did anything about their friendship and they have more in common. So, like they shouldn't have an issue with me, you know, getting comfortable with this new girl. But you know that the new girl is a hoe because clearly she doesn't give a fuck about homeboy if she's like blatantly playing footsies with you at the table while you're sitting right next to your wife and she's sitting right next to her man. Like,
mm,
you know,
yeah. Um, I think that, or do you think, okay, what are your thoughts about, do you think that he should tell his wife, or do you think that the friend should stay out of it? Do you think the friend, like, what do you think should happen with that whole situation? Or do you think that the friend should stay out of it? I mean, him and the friend, the friend and the wife has been friends for a long time, and it's very
yeah.
platonic.
Right. So I mean, I feel like at that point though, the friend is more closer with his wife than he
Hmm.
is with him.
Hmm.
So ultimately, I mean, I think he should tell the wife because
The friend
like
should.
that's your friend. Yeah. So if you're friends with them and that's your girlfriend too, so like it's not like it's like he found out about some random bitch and then
Hmm.
he's bringing it to her attention. Like that's the girl that he introduced, to the dude.
Hmm.
So like of course, I think it's right for him to tell his friend to tell the friend like and the fact that he gave a heads up to dude and was like, hey,
Yeah.
like I found out about this, like not only like you try to play it off and be like, oh well, you can trust me with your girl, but I can't like I can trust you with my girl, but you can't trust me with your girl. But like if you go and like see the dynamics of the relationship of like the friend and his wife versus like what types of conversation he's talking about with this new girl, like it's different. You know what I mean? Like he would be upset too if he found DMs from his wife to that dude, you know, with of the same nature of what that girl is sending to him. So, you know, he can't
Yeah.
be like, you know, try to play innocent. Like you are guilty as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like
This
he
could
played into
potentially ruin a marriage, though.
right.
You know, and
Yeah.
I guess
And just because
he has to
the
be
bitch was
ready.
throwing it at him, that's what it was because she was throwing it at him.
Mm-hmm.
So your wife didn't do nothing wrong. Like he even said, like he's more attracted to his wife than he is to that girl. But because of the simple fact that she's making it easy and just throwing it at him, he's like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna take that. Like I
Yeah.
haven't fucked anybody other than my wife in this many years or whatever.
Yeah.
Like so, somebody wants to give it to me, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
You know.
And he
And
did get the opportunity for a dude to tell his wife, and he said, "If you don't tell your wife, I will."
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're not trying to get no friendship with the girl. You're not trying to be friends with that bitch. You're trying to do nasty with her.
And you know how at the very end he says, "Nothing's wrong here, no harm, no foul." He says, "Nothing has happened, just a few DMs, sexy photos, and maybe an intimate phone call or two." He didn't add that in the very beginning, did he? He added that in at the end.
Right, exactly. And it's probably gone beyond that, let's be
Right?
honest. But,
Yeah.
you know,
He's playing with
people are
fire.
just crazy. That that would piss me off. Like to first off, like as the wife, right? So your friend brings this new girl around and, you know, you introduce her to your husband and you're trying to like, you know, be friends and have this all like a cool, like, you know, oh, you know, double date kind of thing. Like, because what couple doesn't want another couple
Right.
friend? You know what I mean? Like that's fun shit. Like so
Yeah.
that's probably what she was looking forward to the whole time you're like plotting and scheming on her husband.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like that's so
That's
fucking weird.
scandalous. That's so
Yeah.
scandalous. Like, and then from now on, you have to worry about like you're not worrying about like you're not looking forward to having fun. You're like anxiety about that girl
Right.
hitting on your husband. Like,
Mm-hmm.
who wants
If
that?
she's gonna do it once, she's gonna do it again and
Right.
again and again
Mm-hmm.
until she actually fucks him.
Right.
You know, and like what was the purpose of that?
Right.
Like so you have a man that you just got into a relationship with, but you're ready to throw that shit away immediately to fuck another dude
Yeah.
who you know is married.
Right. What kind of girl does that? Gloria. Fucking
Gloria.
Gloria.
She's definitely a
Her name
fucking
sounds
Gloria.
like a little slut too.
Gloria.
Fucking
Yeah,
Gloria.
Gloria is a slut name. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know at least 5 Glorias and they're all sluts.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them.
Fucking
Not even
Gloria.
sluts. Hoes. Straight up hoes. Down to
Whores. They don't even deserve hoes.
the
It's whores with a WH.
yeah. Yeah. You freaking whores.
Hashtag
What do you think?
whores.
Yeah.
Gloria the
Unacceptable.
whore.
Gloria the whore. She sounds like a fucking whore. I bet you she's got like dark hair with like brown highlights and that bitch got some
No,
thick ass
horrible highlights. Like
ass
she went to like the cheapest person possible because she wanted to get her nails done and she had to decide between the two. And so
right.
she would rather spend money on her nails. So she
Right.
definitely went to the cheapest highlights possible. And they just
Yeah.
didn't blend it in. They literally did like little like chunks of streaks like they did back in the 90s.
And
Mm-hmm.
it just looks a fucking hot mess.
Yep.
Bitch went and got a pedicure, knowing she got all them fucking bunions and corns and all that shit on her
They
feet.
couldn't even take them out.
They
They just
couldn't.
had to work around it.
That's why she always wears closed toed,
Yeah.
you know, heels and shit because she knows her feet is fucked up.
Yeah. The bunions were
But
so bad that they had to like paint those bunions the same color as her nails because they thought they were nails.
right, and she wasn't actually playing footsie. Like that bitch can't control it. Them feet have a mind of their own. So
Those bunions
she
were
was
itching. She had to scratch them somewhere.
she had to scratch them. She wasn't playing footsie. She was scratching things like.
They were itching.
There was a bunch of dead skin at the underneath the table because
There
you
were
know she was
shavings down there now.
yeah it was ugh. And that bitch Gloria smells like old grandma church lady perfume
Right.
like way too much
Yeah.
way too much like she got a snaggletooth and everything like this bitch
Mm-hmm.
ain't but she's got a nice body let's be honest
She
aside
got the
from the
she got the
bunions,
BB she got the BBL from the tax money from all her 7 kids.
oh yeah
She just had that BBL done.
Gloria is banging
She had the mommy makeover.
Right. Yeah.
She went to
Yeah.
Guatemala for that.
Right. But you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Ever since then, she's been a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't a hoe before she got all the work done. She was
Yeah.
a regular wholesome ass bitch,
Yeah.
like with some bunions.
She
But
got
now she's a bad bitch with some
Wait.
bunions,
She
and
she
she's
she
a
got
hoe.
the BBL mommy makeover special where instead of 2 butt, she got 3, one on her hip. So that's why the guys
Mm,
love her.
because she got the booty on her hip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, that's a little bit of extra cushion.
Yep.
Cushion. How we like it. Gloria sounds not a very appealing person from the way that we just described her. I'm just fucking imagining them bunions, bitch. She got
the,
painted red.
the bunions are so thick and hard that they can't even shave it off. They just paint a different color and charge her an extra dollar for per bunion because it's considered an extra nail now, you know?
She's the type of bitch that you know how like some people like their feet are like permanently curled up. That's her.
The nails are curled over.
She got fucking arthritis. Like her toes is like permanently like this. Like
Girl, she gotta have special shoes made because her regular shoes
right.
don't fit her no more.
They don't. You
And
know,
that's why
bad
the
bitches
guys
have
like her.
problems.
That's why the guys
Yeah.
like her because when they're doing her and they think that they're making her toes curl, bitch, it's already curled.
They're already curled. Yeah, they're permanently curled. That's why they love her. They're like, oh yeah, I always be curling her toes. Losing no.
Right. They're already curled.
Always curled, bitch.
Right. Fucking Gloria.
Yeah,
You know?
man, all the bitches out there named Gloria are gonna be mad at us, man.
They're gonna love it. They're gonna go get the toe curl special. They're
The
gonna
toe curl.
demand they're gonna demand to get their toes permanently curled and get
Mm.
the bunions implanted.
And get them
Implantation.
motherfucking highlights highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
They're gonna ask for the Gloria special.
the Gloria special. I like that. Go walk in looking decent, walk out looking a hot
Right.
motherfucking mess.
Thanks to us, they're gonna have a Gloria special. We want a cut of that shit too, okay?
Right. I
That's
want at least 10% of all
right.
profits
Right.
from the Gloria
Gloria
special.
special. Shit. We copyright that shit.
Man, I hope we never run into a bitch named Gloria. She gonna want to fight us after this.
I'm scared.
I'm not.
Girl.
I'll let you.
Those
I'll let you do
bunions
the
will
fight.
cut you.
But you know, you're so short. Like you can get her low, and then I can get her high, so we can
Right.
tag team that.
No, those
You know what?
bunions, girl. Those bunions, they scare me.
You gonna have to
I'm
take
gonna
one for
get
the
all
team.
the bunions. I'm gonna
You
get
gonna be
all.
cut up and shit. You gonna be all cut up. But it's okay because when I'm getting her up high, I'm be getting
I
her.
just
So
get down
eventually
low.
she gonna fall. Yeah, she
Okay.
gonna fall eventually, right? And then
Okay, we got it.
after that, yeah,
We
we're
got him.
good.
Okay.
I think we can take that
Oh,
bitch.
fuck
Fuck you,
Gloria up.
Gloria.
Yeah, fuck you, Gloria. We're gonna get you.
Oh, Bunny and Granny perfume, bitch.
Yeah,
Fucking choppy ass highlight.
we're gonna, we're coming for you, Gloria.
Her titties are two different
We
sizes.
may run, but we will stop running because we won't be able to catch our breath, and then we'll fucking turn around and fight you.
Mm-hmm. Bitch, we ain't gonna get far when we run. We ain't gonna get far.
We ain't.
Let's be honest.
We won't.
Like we gonna be a little embarrassed by how little, like the little amount that we ran and how tired we are after we ran. We gonna be
But
embarrassed.
let us catch our breath, and we will fucking fight you.
Fuck you up, bitch. All I need is about 3 minutes. Give me
Right.
Gatorade, bitch. Like, hold on.
Right.
Whew.
Right. Give us a few minutes to catch our breath, and it's on. I'll fuck
Right,
you up, fucking Gloria. Try to take out people's man with your bunion ass. I'll get you.
right. Run your ass out of here. Hey, Gloria, the Glorias of the world.
Right.
Okay. Um, are you ready for the hypothetical question?
What happened to your pinky?
It's a little thingy thing. I'm trying to really focus on this. Hypothetical question.
Question.
Okay.
Okay.
Hypothetical question. So
You got real close there.
I'm really excited.
Me too.
Okay. You and your spouse are offered $250,000, right? Hold on, let's up the stakes a little more.
Okay.
250,000 ain't shit these
That ain't
days,
shit.
right? $250 million.
Woo! Bet. Whatever it
Your
is, I'm
spouse,
game. Let's do it.
250. Okay. You and your spouse are offered $250 million to live the swinger lifestyle for 1 year. You said you're in, so here we go. So, um, you assume all the risk. There's no magic going on. Like you're free to practice all the protective measures you want, but there's still the possibility of pregnancies, STDs, strange people, whatever you name it. It's a regular swinger. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing special going on. There's no set configuration of partners. So you both can choose to swing however you want to swing, together, individually, plus one, whatever. So like you figure out how you want to do it. But you both must engage in some form of the swinger lifestyle at least once per month. So that's 12 times total as a minimum. And then you're rewarded the money in full at the end of the 365th day. Would you do it?
So 12 times a year.
Yeah. And it has to be like once per month. So you can't just fuck 12 times in January good for the rest of the year. Like you have to do it once per month. So this is a reoccurring thing that you have to continue
Oh
to
my
fucking go
God.
through.
250 million?
250 million.
No.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
Why? What's your reasoning?
I think for sexual transmitted disease,
Okay.
and I think it would ruin relationship.
So, okay. So you can't get an STD. Then would you do it?
No,
You
because
still wouldn't do
it would ruin the relationship with I think like the trust.
it. The trust.
It would ruin it with like just feelings towards each other. Like not I don't think it's the jealousy, but I think the feeling of like the thought of like not I think the
The thought of your
disgust.
partner like enjoying somebody else.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the disgust of like the imagination of your partner with someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
I don't think I can imagine that. I don't think I want to imagine that.
True. I mean, to be honest, for 250 million, bitch, I'm
Bitch,
in
you would
it.
do
Like,
it. You
I'm
nasty
100.
bitch like that. You
I'm
would do it for $5.
Come on now. Not $5, okay? I'm not into the swinger shit. But if I had a spouse and we were gonna get paid 250 million, I'd be like, shit. Like, I mean, my feelings are hurt now, but
You're like, I'll be
I mean,
okay later.
I'm ready for some money. Like, I'm gonna forget all
You're
about it.
like,
The money's
well,
gonna make it all better.
you're like, we'll just take $1 million for some real like hardcore therapy or counseling.
Right? Yeah, we just go get some counseling after this, And
I don't.
yeah,
I don't
I
know.
I feel like for the money, I would be able to do it. Like, but that's literally the only reason why I would do it
Yeah.
would be
But don't you think that
but
it would affect your relationship in some way? I mean, I know it will, but do you
it
think it would
would.
affect it to the point where it would ruin the way that you guys think about each other?
Um, I don't think it would change the way that like I think about the person. I think that it would just like make. I think it would just be like uncomfortable. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, after you do what you had to do, then you go home and you have to be around that person.
Yeah.
You have to like really like, especially if you're doing it like in the same like area where you're
Mhm.
around it, you know
Right.
what's going on, or
Yeah.
like if they're doing it and they go out and do it and you know where they're
Yeah.
at, but like you're not there. It's like
Right.
that alone would be like it's uncomfortable and it's unsettling. But like I feel like ultimately in the back of my head, I'd always be like, "Bitch, you about to get paid, so it's okay." Like
But
that's
then,
literally all that would be said.
once that money start rolling in, you're like, we'll be fine.
We'll be okay. Yeah, we're gonna be perfectly fine. If you want to keep swinging, that's when we can end the relationship because bitch, I got my money. But
I don't know.
I
That's a
mean,
good question. I'm gonna ask my fiance that. That's a good
you should.
question. Just see what
Yeah,
he'd
I mean,
say.
$5. Like if you are taking the precautions, you're being safe when you're
Yeah.
doing it. Like you have like an understanding with your partner of like
Yeah.
this is when we're gonna do it. Like this is how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like you talk through every single aspect of
Yeah.
it and make sure that you guys stick to the plan for everything.
Right.
Then it's like as long as you don't go off of
Right.
the scheduled plan or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, let's do
But
this
what
shit.
happens
Once
if they catch feelings?
like I said, I'm getting paid at the end of the year. So
If
if
they
you decide
catch feelings,
to go,
guess what? Then instead of 250, you're $125 million richer.
right, exactly. You
You
catch
just
feelings, go ahead, bitch, because guess what? I'm keeping your half too. All the money goes to me. And then I'm gonna catch feelings for someone that I fucking swung with. We gonna be some swinging motherfuckers, and then we're just gonna do a little swapperoonie.
you
You
just
take
you
my
just get
money,
your half the money.
no, not even half the money. Like you like don't get shit now, okay? Because I waited until after we got the money to decide that I wanted to go back to homeboy. You waited or you didn't wait. You fell in love with this bitch and now, like you're swinging with her every month. Well, guess what? At the end of this, I get all the money. I get to go with whoever I want to go with. You get to have your little
Broke
bitch and
ass.
yeah, and you guys can go and swing the fuck off a cliff for all I care because I'll be rolling in money, I'll be rolling in it, bitch. I'll be like, I can buy a new man. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but I would lean more towards no. 75-25.
What amount of money would you have to say yes? I
I
feel
don't
like
think
250 million.
I know that's a lot of money, but I would have to really think about it because I think it would be more um, like a STD, and then if that's wiped out, then it would be more like feelings towards each other
Mm-hmm.
slash catching feelings.
I mean, what if it's something where you can pick your partner? Okay, let's make it interesting. So, what if you can pick your partner's, like your
Partner,
fiance or your husband's partner? Yeah.
I
So,
would
like,
pick the
if
ugliest partner.
ugly bitch, then this way you won't fall for her, but he has to fuck her. Like you're like just hit her from the back, and you'll never know that she's ugly. Like you know what I
Game
mean?
on,
There you go, and then you get paid still.
game on,
But the thing is that the other side of that is that your man's gonna be picking out ugly dudes for you to fuck.
game on,
You're cool with it. You just like give me the ugly dudes.
game
You know,
on.
we breathe all down your neck. 'Cause ugly dudes, they like to be like in your
Girls,
face, like making eye
close your
contact.
eyes. He can't make me open my eyes. Game on.
He's gonna hold him open. He's like, it's not swinging if you're not looking at me.
Ew. Swing, motherfucker, swing.
Oh my god. I feel like I watched like a documentary about swingers one time, and like I swear like that shit like is so surreal.
Wait,
Like they walk.
you watch documentaries? Okay, guys, Amanda hates documentaries
I only watch documentaries if it's
because it was
like
on swingers. You nasty,
yeah. If it's particularly scandalous, I'm watching it, right? So
nasty
I
ass.
watched it and it was like this lady and it was like a community all about like swingers and like there
What?
was people who were like new to it and like just getting into it. There's people who've been doing it for forever,
Yeah,
like the people who host the parties, like all together it's like it's weird.
yeah.
Like you walk into a party and like bitch, don't touch me. Like, like that's like do people just come up to you and just start like rubbing all up on
What?
you and shit? Like I don't think I would like that. You know
No.
what I mean? Like it's just I mean to each his own though.
I would be
Some
like, did
people
you sanitize? Like, that's gross.
like group sex or like I just don't think that like I'd be able to watch my partner have
Wait, I
sex
think
with
I know what you're talking about.
the documentary.
Yes, and they have a house where that they put decorate each room to like different themes. And there was a point where
Yeah.
they had like a son, they had their kid like help them prep the house for it, and then their kid will go away for the weekend or something like
I
that.
don't remember that. But
Yeah.
I remember it was like at some big ass house, like I think it was in like fucking Utah or California or some
Yep.
shit. Yeah, and like the lady, she was like blonde, I think, right?
Yep. And they would like they have like they would like sheet all the beds or whatever, and they would like prep
Yeah,
all. And they would like have like a room with all the food and all. And they
right,
yep. And then they did have a kid, and the kid would help them like put all the stuff. And the kid knew what was going on, old enough to put, like an adult. And then the kid knew what the parents were doing, and then the kid would help them set everything up. And then the kid would leave for the weekend, and while they have their party, and
yeah,
then they would come back and like yeah. So I think I know what you're talking about. It's many years ago, but
yeah.
yeah, it,
I can't remember what it was called, but it was just very interesting. Like just seeing that lifestyle
yeah,
and like understanding that people choose to do that shit. I don't that it's just something where I think it's just a desired
yeah,
kind of thing. It's not for everybody. Like I don't think I would want to be I feel like I would be so uncomfortable in a room full of other people
right,
having sex while I'm also having sex. Like
right,
'cause then I'd be like, like you have to hear all of that shit
yeah.
and like I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna be the loudest person there. Like it's gonna be a contest of who's gonna be the loudest
I think
because
I would just laugh and giggle.
yeah, like you hear everything. So like you hear people really getting into it. Like, how do you not laugh? You know
Right,
what I mean? But like
and I would
somebody
point.
that's unacceptable, you wouldn't be invited. They'd kick your ass out. They'd be like, she gotta go. She gotta go. And then your husband to stay in there and keep fucking while you standing
Fuck
outside sitting
that.
on a curb.
I'll go into the
You
reject room. I'm the one in the
reject, yeah,
reject
you gonna
room.
go to the reject room because you couldn't follow the rules, so they're gonna put your ass on timeout, and then the rejects are gonna be in there like, ooh, and you be like, no, no.
But yeah, I don't think I could. I wonder what it's about though, but I don't think I could ever do it. Just because you're curious.
Out of curiosity,
Yeah,
yeah, but not curious enough to like actually go.
never.
Like if somebody were to be like, "Oh, come to my swinger party," I'd be like, "Take pictures, bitch. Like, let me know how it went because I'm not going."
Right. Would you go to a furry dom party?
No, what? No. Would you go to a waifu party, bitch?
They're all just looking at computers. They're all just set up in computer on the line
Right.
in computer.
They got fucking computers and those fucking anime full body pillows and shit.
Oh gosh, I was just listening to the rest of our podcast, and I was just like, I can't believe people like actually do that. There's so many different kinks out there.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, am I just like not normal? Like, is does everybody have like a weird kink out there? Like,
Right. Are we the not normal ones? You know what I mean?
right? Is it normal to be into that kind of shit,
I don't
or is
know,
it
girl.
abnormal to
Right.
not be that kind of
Right.
shit? You know, like
God.
I don't know, like BDSM isn't that the stuff where they like
Yeah.
and
Like that picture I
another
showed
thing
you.
that yeah, you see shit that just
Yeah.
it's out of my vocabulary. It's out of
Yeah.
my realm of understanding in life. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. But but yeah, good question though. Gets your brain thinking. What is the length that you would go for money?
Right.
Some people will sell their soul.
Exactly. That's one thing I would. You know how people talk about the Illuminati shit, and you have to
Yeah.
sell your soul to the devil and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about how much money there is to make, how much fame there is. Like, I just couldn't do it. Like, that shit is like some like real demonic,
Yeah.
like weird shit. Like, I'm sorry, that's too much for me. I can't.
I mean, some people do it for the fame, the money, the like just clout, and try to get the attention. People will. They don't care. It's that's a rabbit hole to get into. And I've fallen
Mm,
down that
it
rabbit
really
hole.
is.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We ain't
crazy.
gonna fall down that rabbit hole now. So,
Not today.
not
Not
today,
today.
Satan.
Your eyes got real scary there for a second.
Came over me. I don't know what happened.
Whoa.
The Holy Spirit came into me, for a second there.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. We appreciate you guys. If you noticed, we have changed our episode listing. So it doesn't say like, season X, episode X. It just states the episode number. So we're trying out, just to list out the episode number. So we appreciate you guys being patient with us while we do that. We will try to easily transition that over, but you will still get the episode description below. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Everything will still remain the same. So, stand up.
Okay. Hope everybody has a great weekend. I know that's what I'm on my way to do, is have a great weekend. So I hope that you all do the same.
Yep.
And we will talk to you guys next week.
And guess what? Next week is Valentine's Day, so make sure to celebrate with your loved one. And maybe on next Friday, we will come up with some, messy love stories.
Love stories, yeah. I mean, I feel like our podcast is full of messy love stories. We're gonna do the messiest love stories.
Yep. But we'll close it up with a message to Gloria, and fuck you, Gloria.
Fuck you, Gloria. Fuck you, Gloria.
Fuck you and your bunions, okay?
Whore.
But we hope you guys have a good weekend, except for Gloria. And
have a terrible
right. But we will talk to you guys. We'll see you guys next Friday. Bye. Bye.